So some of you may be wondering now, what's going on here? There's a young guy who obviously doesn't look like Brian Tracy, and he wants to tell me how to get a successful career. Okay, so let me introduce you myself a bit and tell you why I actually chosen this topic. I'm 26 years old, and despite young age, I already have quite a big experience, both as employee and as an employer. I'm a co-founder of online marketing agency, which I'm successfully developing for over 4 years now. We are based here in Wrocław, and we provide search engine optimization and content marketing services to international clients from all around the world. And of course, I'm not even close to the end of my career, but at least I find those few years behind me quite successful. And my goal is not to tell you something that will be very new to you. I want to encourage you to actually take steps instead of knowing about them. So, first and foremost, you need to know where you're going. Where do you see yourself in 10, 20, or 30 years? Assuming that your goal and your destination is a successful career, you most probably have only two ways to get there. You can either become an entrepreneur or you can become an employee. And I would like you to be aware of the differences between those two, because they are completely different stories. You can ask yourself a couple of questions to see where you belong and which story sounds more like you. Am I a risk taker? Am I okay with being patient enough to wait long for the benefits from my work? And am I good at managing both myself and others? If answers to those questions are positive, you have what it takes to be an entrepreneur. And if no, maybe it will be better if you choose an employer career. And now let's move to the steps that you need to take to stand out and get a successful career. Those steps help me to get myself where I am at the moment, and I'm also taking them every day to achieve my business goals. At first, speak English fluently. Communication in English is really a base of many career opportunities. You can learn from original sources, and also you can establish international relationships. And let me visualize you this on this example of those circles. If you limit yourself only to your native language, this small dot on the left is your group of potential customers, or a group of companies that you can possibly work for. And compare it to the big circle on the right, which is like an English-speaking community all around the world. So they can be your clients, and they can be companies that you can work for. Which one do you choose? Because I'm choosing the one on the right. Warren Buffett once said that the more you learn, the more you earn, and I couldn't agree more with this. So my second advice to you is that you should never stop learning. And I not necessarily mean studying at the university, because here's the shocking truth, that your university degree doesn't guarantee you anything, because it's basically just not enough. What matters, in fact, is your actual knowledge and your real skills. And if it comes to actual knowledge, you shouldn't strive to be just good at what you do. You should strive to be the best at what you do. Step number 3 is grow your connections network. And probably many of you have heard of the situation when people commented on somebody else's success that, well, this is probably because he has connections. Okay, and even if it's true in many cases, why do complain about this? Then you should be the one to have those connections. You should be the one to establish those relationships, take care of them, and then benefit from them. It's nothing wrong about it. And it has never been easier to do networking than these days, thanks to social media platforms. Be active not only on Facebook to have fun with your friends, but also be active on LinkedIn and other professional networks. Make some effort, look at your profile from the perspective of your possible client or from your possible employer, because this is your personal PR. So you should take care to have a good one. Step number 4 is that you should practice writing and public speaking. And you don't need to be a journalist or a professional writer to write and blog. Contributing knowledge to industry-specific magazines, newspapers, and platforms, it's a great promotion of your business and of yourself. It's also a confirmation of your expertise. And if it comes to public speaking, last year in November, I had an opportunity to speak at a big international conference for the first time. It was Marketing Festival taking place in Czech Republic. And thanks to this conference, I was able to get another speaking opportunities, like this TEDx talk today, or like the SES Summit, which is taking place in Philippines in 2 months from now, which I'm really excited about. That's going to be a trip of my life. Step number 5, keep challenging yourself. And I don't only mean challenges that are directly related to your self-development and professional career. Also look for challenges that are connected with health and sports, because I think that is important, because challenges in general strengthen your self-discipline and self-confidence in all aspects of life. I can share with you a story of mine from 2 years ago. I was searching for new challenges. And then I decided to run a marathon. And as you know, it's a 42-kilometer run. And you cannot just get up one day and run a marathon unless you are Kenyan or Ethiopian. You need to constantly prepare for this. So I wanted to prove to myself that I'm able to achieve a big goal thanks to following a plan, thanks to constantly preparing to this. Finally, I completed this marathon in the time around 5 hours. And it was a great lesson for myself. There were amazing things happening in my head. Fighting with myself, with the thoughts of giving up. I learned a lot about myself, and I really believe it strengthened my character and self-discipline. And I can share you an easy tip how to run a 42-kilometer run. Exactly the same as you can run a 3 or 5-kilometer run by one step at a time. It just longs more. So you need to be patient enough to wait for the end and not give up. Step number 6 is step out of your comfort zone. And some people say that amazing things happen outside of your comfort zone. I partially agree with this. So my advice is that you extend your comfort zone. So every time you do something uncomfortable, you do something new, challenging, you're stepping out of your comfort zone. The good thing is that after some time you will find out that what was uncomfortable for you before, now it's totally comfortable for you. So you just extend your circle. You just extend your comfort zone. And let me summarize all the steps all together. Speak English fluently, never stop learning, grow your connections network, practice writing and public speaking, keep challenging yourself, and step out and extend your comfort zone. And some of you may say, well, I already knew all those points. But did you actually take them? There's a huge difference between knowing what to do to succeed and actually doing this. Everybody wants a successful career, but not everybody is willing to work on it in advance and pay its price in advance. And I highly encourage you to do this because it's your career and it's your step to take. So you'd better take it as up. And I leave you with this. Thank you.